Before we proceed, it will be interesting to organize a bit. Otherwise, it's gonna get congested, many compositions and many movies maybe. So there is an option here to create a new folder. Just click on it and let's call it this one footage. Inside it, I'm gonna take all my footage and drop it there. That makes sense. I will open footage. Still, I can organize even more. I will select the footage folder. I will click on create a new folder again and I call movies. Then I select footage again and create a new folder and call it pics. Now I will choose my pictures. I have two of them. I use the control and drop them inside the picture folder. Choose my movies and drop them inside the movies folder. Now it has become very organized and I know where my pictures are and where my movies are inside my footage. If I want to add more footage, I can create new folders or drop them inside movies and pics. This organization is very important because sometimes you will end up having 1,000 things here, too many movies, too many images, and some of them you won't even use, but nevertheless they are just links, so they don't take any space. So you want to organize to have a clean layout and know exactly where each file is. Now we have our composition viewer here. It's empty, there is nothing. In the composition timeline, there are no layers, there is nothing. Let's start adding and dropping some images and movies. The first way to drop an image, for example, I can choose any image I want or a movie, but I will start with an image, is to click and drag and drop it inside the timeline. Immediately a layer is created. For images, the layer will be covering the whole composition time. You can see now the timeline indicator has appeared, and if I position it at 5 seconds, it's showing me at 5 seconds what I will be seeing. Of course, this image is very big. Let's make it fit to the composition. The best way is to right click on the layer and then go to transform and say fit to comp width. I choose this option and immediately it will resize it to fit the composition width. So if you have images, that's the best way to do it. Don't go using the handles here to make it big and small and so on and confuse yourself. Now the timeline indicator is at 5 or 10 or 15. I can move it and decide where I want my image, for example, to start in time. Let's drop another layer. We will choose a movie this time and I can click and drag. I can put it above, if you notice the black line, or under, you notice the black line. Or better yet, I can come inside the time here and decide where to drop it or when to drop it. This is 4 seconds and 24 frames, for example. I can move a bit to 5 seconds and drop my movie there. What will happen is this movie will be in the composition now and will start at 5 seconds. Let's take another one. I can also drop it above if I want, in between or under, but also I can drop it at 10 seconds, for example. So I'm looking at the left side to see 10 seconds and I drop it. So now I have the image starting at 0. This is my timeline indicator and the image is starting here. And I have another movie starting at 5 seconds, another one at 10 seconds. Of course, they don't have to be in this order. Let's say I decide that this layer, I don't want it to start at 10 seconds. I want to start, for example, at 7 seconds. Now I have to find 7 seconds, or what I can do is to click on the time here and write 700, that's 7 seconds, or to write 7 point. And that's also 7 seconds. Now I want to move the layer so it's aligned to 7 seconds here, but that's a bit tedious. What I will do, I press Shift and move the layer. It will snap to the timeline indicator. That's a pretty cool way. Let's say I want to move that layer to, for example, 3 seconds. I can come here, write 300, hold the layer and drag it using Shift. I'm pressing Shift and it will snap on the timeline. So now I have on the timeline 3 layers. This 1 layer, 2, 3. And I can move and see what's happening and what is showing exactly. But also I can preview this by using the preview panel here. It has many options, but the most important is the shortcut, how to start it. I usually come and click. I don't use spacebar. Let's say I press play and it will play your movie from the RAM here. You notice it's giving me the information. Now we are not in real time because frame per second is 12, but yet you can see it clearly. Fine. So now it is playing the whole movie. To stop it, you can press the space bar, or you can just have pressed the play button again. Cool. Now you notice the bit slow. I can make it faster, and there are several ways to do that. The first one is to come to this button here. It says fast previews. If you click it, I am viewing off final quality, and it's not fast preview. I can use adaptive resolution. Now I can come also to the resolution here. It says resolution downsample factor pop-up. I can put it to auto. This now is showing me a third. It is linked directly to the zoom. So this is a magnification ratio. If I put it, for example, at 50%, you notice it became half. If I put it at 100%, it is third because it's almost 30% here. You can put it at 25% and it will become quarter. No, there is no need to zoom in and out to get lower resolutions. What we'll do, we'll put it at fit to 100% and come to the resolution here and put it at quarter. Now you notice that the movie will run faster, at least it will RAM preview faster, and you will be able to speed up your work. In the next lecture, we will learn how to clip our movie and choose exactly what portion we want to see and how to put it on the timeline. See you then.